What's a Virgo? Let's see what your current situation is. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Virgo placements. You could be dealing with a Taurus. I did pick up your energy during the read while I was shuffling. I was channeling a little bit. You could be ending something with a Taurus, starting something with a Taurus. You could have a Taurus placement. But there is something here about a Taurus. I'm hearing your energy is trash. I'm not saying that to you guys. It just feels like you're telling that to somebody. You could be telling somebody off. You could be like going after their character. I'm hearing your mom goes to college. Yeah, you could be going, like, you could be having some sort of like fight or argument with somebody. Okay, these two cards were turned over. You have the Ace of Wands, the Temperance, and then it leads to the Fool here. Yeah, look, here's that Taurus. Some of you guys, with that Ace of Cups, you guys could be starting a new relationship with a Taurus here. Or there's like a new commitment here that's on the horizon for you guys. You have a passionate new beginning as well. I feel like, yeah, I feel like if you guys are currently single, you may not see this coming, okay? I know it's like current situation. Some of you guys could currently be in the situation where you're like, man, like I did not see this person coming at all. I didn't see myself getting into a relationship. I didn't want to be in a relationship. But it's like, no, something casual could turn into something that has longevity here. So yeah, and then, okay, so starting off, you guys start off with the Queen of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and you have the Death card here. And then you have the Four of Wands, the Magician, the Chariot. Happy wife, happy life is what I'm getting here. A lot of you guys are focusing right now on your home situations, okay? You could be in relationships, you could be married, you guys could be moving in with someone or could have recently moved in with someone, but it just feels like you're manifesting a way forward here, okay? I feel like someone is in your sights. Okay, it feels like there's someone here that you're either curious about. There's someone here that you could see yourself potentially having all of this with. Okay, and again, it leads to collaboration. Okay, with that Three of Pentacles. So you guys can make a last minute decision to entertain the idea of a relationship with someone. You could be dealing with a Gemini, a Cancer, a Taurus, another earth sign such as yourself, or a Scorpio here. Okay, these are all like the prominent signs I see. But it just feels like moving forward here, it's like one day you're single and the next day you're living with someone. It literally feels like super quick. Whatever this is, it's like, it's not even a period of adjustment. It's kind of like month one, you guys just are like super close and, you know, things go well. By month 4, you guys are like living together, okay? So again, I feel like you're going to see a lot of forward momentum in your next relationship. That's specifically for single Virgos here. If you are in a relationship, it feels like your relationships are going to the next level as well, and I feel like you could feel that with your person, okay? So if you are currently in healthy connections where the communication is good, where the respect is alive and well, insecurities are at their all-time low, you know, pretty much things are going really well. I do see a lot of forward movement, and I feel like you and your person are contemplating the next step, whatever that is, okay? Queen of Pentacles, currently you guys are focused on your money here, mostly your stability. It feels like you guys are also a little bit more empathic for whatever reason. I feel like there's more patience here, and I don't know why I'm getting it. It feels like, okay, if you're a single Virgo, it just feels like you've learned to just kind of like be patient, whether that's through like past relationships or just the fact that you've been like dealing with yourself for quite some time. You're finally looking at this opportunity, which is the Pentacle here, to move that forward. So again, you guys could be opening yourselves up to the idea of a relationship with someone, okay? It feels like you want to give this Pentacle to someone, right? And if it's not love, then it feels like you're currently like, okay, where can I get the most for this Pentacle? So some of you guys could be contemplating like switching jobs, moving locations. Some of you guys could be moving back home, or you're moving. Okay, let's say you moved out when you graduated high school. Wherever you moved to, it feels like you could be going back there. Like maybe you went to college in a different state and then you moved back home after college was done. And then it's like you miss wherever it was that you went. So you'll be going back. That's what it feels like here, okay? Not for everybody. But yeah, there is a contemplation here. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, I feel like if you guys have been single for quite some time, you've been keeping to yourself. It's like you don't want to drop the ball, so to speak, right? And so you're like, okay, even though this is two of pentacles, I kind of see it as like one pinnacle, right? But you're just kind of seeing the motion of it, like how he's just kind of like juggling it. So to me, it feels like you're toying with an idea here. Do I move forward in this direction, in that direction? Do I just sit where I'm at and keep my pinnacle? So you guys could currently kind of be like in your head about what to do with this love, with this skill set, with this opportunity. Maybe you guys got money that came in, and so you're like, I don't know what to do with it. Where do I invest it? Okay. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you guys are just genuinely trying to figure out, like, where do I go next, right? And so I feel like you guys could genuinely be in your head right now. Some of you guys are like really overthinking whatever this is, and I'm hearing it's not that complicated. Either you make a decision or you don't, and even not making a decision is a decision. So the way I see it is like this. If you decide, let's say for example, you decide that you're going to stay where you are and you're going to hold that pinnacle, right? If it bothers you that you've decided to just stay where you're at and hold on to that pinnacle, if it bothers you, that means you're not making the right decision. So at this point, you do need to go back to the drawing board and you need to figure out, like, okay, it's obviously bothering me that I'm choosing this, but why is it bothering me? And what would be the harm in entertaining this other thing, right? So there's something here about questioning like motives, or just asking why, right? It never hurts to ask why, and a lot of the times we don't ask ourselves that. Why are we doing something? Why do we want this? Why do we want that person? Why do we want that job? Right? So it's like once your answers become clear to you, then your path will become clear for you, okay? You got the 10 of Wands here. Some of you guys are burdened by something. You guys could have kids. You guys could have a full-time job. You guys could be in relationships that are kind of rocky right now. And the only reason I say that is because I'm paying attention to the waves back here. And then there's that ship. So you could be in a relationship right now or in a work setting that just kind of doesn't feel very stable or steady. I'm not saying that you're going to lose a job or anything like that, but it just feels like there's a lot going on wherever you are, and it is creating some sort of burden. So much so that, like I said, you guys might be contemplating moving forward and like quitting a job, moving somewhere else, especially with the Death card to the Chariot. Once you finish something, you're moving forward. Once you start something, you're moving forward, and it's ultimately up to you. You guys are the magician, okay? So you guys have a lot of thinking to do, because it feels like there's an opportunity for you guys to grow outside of your comfort zone, okay? Let's see what else. What else for Virgo Spirit? What else is going on? 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups. Some of you guys wish to reconcile with somebody from your past here, okay? Some of you guys could miss the good times with old friends that you're no longer in contact with. You could be wanting to reconcile with an ex here, but it is a wish of yours. You're just kind of like, man, like, and it's interesting because it's 396 instead of 369, right? 369 is creation. So 396, it just tells me that even though this is a wish that you have, it's nothing that you're going towards, okay? But some of you guys currently, like, you guys could be reminiscing about old memories, or maybe your camera roll keeps like popping up with this person or with this location or whatever, right? But there is a wish here to reconcile with somebody from your past. Some of you guys also may you may not be in very good standings with like family, so some of you guys could be contemplating to like reconcile with family as well moving forward. You're like, oh, I haven't talked to my parents in a long time, so some of you guys could be talking to your parents for the first time in a long time. But there is contemplation here about reviving the past. But I'm also hearing letting bygones be bygones. So that's why I feel like you guys aren't really making any like real attempts for that, okay? Let's see. Okay, perfect. You guys have the Empress, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands to the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, if you're not trying to get pregnant, don't. Right, the Empress is here. 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands. Again, I feel like you guys have everything that you need. I feel like the majority of you have everything that you need. Some of you guys are mothers. Some of you guys are pregnant. Some of you guys are in your head about like where it is you want to go. Where do you want to raise your little family, right? Maybe you want to get out of your town, but you're like, okay, but where would I go? But there is something here about like taking your resources, taking what you have, your wisdom, you know, the know-how and all that, and moving forward, where to move forward. I feel like you guys are fated to go somewhere new, try something new, but it just feels like you guys could be experiencing some sort of stagnancy, because it's like you don't get out of your comfort zone, okay? So again, it's like, it just feels like you guys have an opportunity, and in a way you guys could be sacrificing this opportunity, okay? But it feels like whatever it is that you're going through right now, it is a fated event. It is trying to force you out of your comfort zone. It is trying to you know, get you to kind of make forward movement in a direction. It feels like some of you guys have just been sitting where you're sitting, right? Again, you start off with that Queen of Pentacles. I'm like, okay, you guys could choose to sit with that Pentacle, and then you have the Empress, who's also just sitting there. So it just feels like wherever you guys are, you're like scared to make a move, but Spirit's like, listen, before we send that Tower, I feel the Tower. I do feel the Tower. It just feels like you guys need to get up and pick a direction already. Yeah, you have the Devil, Swords, Eight of Wands. Yeah, the Devil, Knight of Swords, Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's like the more that you continue to... You know how easy it is to talk yourself out of something, right? Can we all agree? It's easy to talk yourself out of something. I don't feel like going somewhere. I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing that. It feels like the more that you listen to these voices in your head that tell you like not to do this or not to go in that direction, the least likely you are to find like actual happiness, okay? A lot of you guys are just comfortable right now. You're not happy, you're just comfortable. And sometimes comfortability can come in and fool you by thinking that you're happy, but you're really not. Okay, some of you guys are happy, okay? You're happy and you're comfortable and you've reached that pinnacle in your life, and that's great, okay? But others of you, it's like you know that you're not. And so there's something here about you guys being self-sustaining with that Nine of Pentacles. Some of you guys need to be single or are single, and you guys are looking really good. You're feeling really good. Again, there's like this level of empathy here with that Queen of Cups. It was the same message I got with the Queen of Pentacles, right? I'm like, there's a level of empathy here that I feel that you guys have started to gain, because it's like, you guys have been alone here. So there's something here about like starting to learn about yourself, starting to understand and harness your own emotions in healthy ways, okay? You guys are no longer feeling like the Nine of Wands. In fact, you refuse to feel like the Nine of Wands, okay? If you are, it feels like some of you guys are genuinely preventing yourself from a new beginning here. So be open-minded. Anything can go where it needs to. Nothing is set in stone. As I split the deck here, you have the Ace of Pentacles to the Empress again, okay? It feels like you guys have a financial blessing that's coming in. You could currently have the finances that you need. It feels like if you do have the finances, it's like you guys are going to be sprucing up the way that you look. You could be buying more expensive clothes. You know, you want quality food, quality clothing, quality cars. Like there's just something here about quality, all right? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you in the next one.